Well, welcome everybody. My name is Chuck Hansen. I'm going to be your co-host along with my buddy Michael Stern in Scottsdale, Arizona. Michael will be joining us here in a little bit. My job in the very beginning is to give you some information that I became very excited about a year ago. I was approached by the person that you're going to hear next, Michael Stern, about whether or not I'd be interested in owning a little piece of the next internet. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I would. So that's kind of where we're going to go. I'm going to show you a company called Helium. I'm going to show you a cryptocurrency also called Helium. And I'm going to explain a little bit about something called the Internet of Things and why we all need to pay attention to what's going on. Um, I just updated this, and you don't know, maybe you don't know what a hotspot is yet, but you will by the time we get through this presentation. And I just wanted to tell you that there were over 98,000. When Michael and I looked at this in the very beginning about a year ago, there were less than 7,000 hotspots in the entire world, and now pushing on 100,000. So, I want to just welcome everybody. Like I said, if you're brand new and this is your first exposure to iHUB Global, welcome. And just you're not going to catch everything. You're not going to maybe understand everything, but you're going to feel the excitement and the movement that has been created. So let's get on with this little video to start with.
Welcome to iHUB and congratulations. You know what they say, you get one or two great opportunities in a lifetime. Well, I truly believe you are in front of one of those opportunities right now. The reason I say that is simple. It happened to me. Let me explain just a little. We're about to learn about cryptocurrency mining in the world of the Internet of Things, or the IoT network. A little perspective. IoT is bigger than Wi-Fi. All the things that run off the internet, like appliances, security cameras, computers, healthy devices, and on and on. And we, iHUB, partnered with the largest IoT network in the world to grow it globally. Meaning you and I are now in a position to own the network. The IoT network is larger than any internet network or phone network on the planet. Owning networks is how wealth is created, and you're standing before it right now. So yes, I do believe this is an opportunity of a lifetime for me and for you. Listen, there is a lot of education for most of us with learning about blockchain, crypto mining, IoT network, and more. But trust me when I say it's as simple as plugging in an iHUB unit in your home or business and letting it earn for you in the network. After you join for free, you'll see real results in real time, earning big right now. Minimum, get your iHUB miner today. But if you're like me and want to own the network, you can build a legacy with the iHUB affiliate program. Time to get started. Join for free.
And so we've had about 70,000. We launched iHUB Global in the last week of March of this year, and we've had over 70,000 affiliates now join us since then. My question to everybody, I'm the guy that likes to talk about the money. I know money is not the most important thing in the world, but it will buy you a few things. And I've had money and I've had no money. And quite frankly, I like having money better. So here's a question for you. How would you like to make $250,000 just by referring 35 people to host a hotspot that is free? That's the question, right? You're probably saying, yeah, let's do some of this. Yeah, I'd like to earn $250,000, and then $250,000 next year, and then maybe more the following year, and more the next year. Of course, everybody would. So let me show you how that's going to be possible. I'm going to let you be introduced to where we're going by this little 3-minute video put out by Helium. Let's do that.
I used Wi-Fi for stuff like this. and cellular data for stuff like this.
Triaxolotl.
Every day we connect to the internet, but it's not just people. From parking meters to packages, even these damn scooters. All these things should connect to the internet. Even this dog. Well, not the dog, but its collar. Seems like this little guy is lost. Luckily, he's got a smart collar on it. But that smart collar isn't so smart without the internet. Cellular data plans can be pricey. It's not like Sean could just log into this cafe's Wi-Fi real quick.
Hey, I like your dog.
Oh, it's not my dog. I'm just using him to demonstrate a point.
What's your point?
Glad you asked. Wouldn't it make sense for all of these things to have their own internet? A network that works just for them, so they could always stay connected anywhere, anytime. That's the kind of future I want to live in. And with the Helium hotspot.
Honey, who's that?
I'm the future.
It's, the future?
The Helium hotspot's a new kind of wireless device, where you and your community can create a network for the Internet of Things.
So like a Wi-Fi router?
No, it's long-fi. It reaches 200 times farther.
But why would I?
Why would you put this in your house?
Glad you asked.
Well, you're helping to power a better future for the city you live in, building a community of connectivity, making all sorts of things possible that aren't today, like helping you find lost things, connecting to things that can tell you when your food's expired. That is expired. Even powering sensors that help detect wildfires, so people and their things can stay safe.
What else?
Isn't that enough? The whole thing about building a better future for your children and your children's children?
We don't have kids.
Well, for people who care about that sort of thing, you get rewarded Helium tokens, a cryptocurrency as a thank you for building the network and enabling devices to connect. So any more questions?
Yeah, whose dog is this?
Yep. See, when the Internet of Things gets better, everything gets better. Even finding your dog. This yours.
Sean, thank you. Come here, buddy. Oh, thank you.
With the Helium hotspot, you're helping to create a more connected future.
What's helium?
So glad you asked. Every day, we connect to the internet. But it's not just people. So what else connects to the internet? I'm glad you asked.
So the Internet of Things, it's just not for people. And so that's what I was exposed to, last year. And, the Internet of Things, when I got approached with, I really had no idea what the Internet of Things was all about, the IoT network. And, I kind of played along like I did, but I didn't have a clue. Then I started doing my due diligence. I started investigating what it is. And I discovered that it was already an $800 billion a year industry. And there were already 8.4, and this was back in August, 8.4, there's probably a lot more now, 8.4 billion devices, right? More devices than people that are connecting to the internet in some way, cellular data plans, Wi-Fi, and so on and so forth. And by 2024, it's estimated that this will be a $2 to $3 trillion a year global industry, and that there'll be 70 to 80 billion devices plugged in. So there are thousands of companies building software and hardware for the Internet of Things. So just stay tuned. It's something to definitely pay attention to. The other thing is that this is the company that actually started Helium Network, right? They started in 2013. You already know that this figure is wrong. It was right on this July the 19th, but now pushing right at 100,000 hotspots. But we're in the beginning. We're in the very, very beginning stages of this global build out of the world's largest peer-to-peer wireless network that you can participate in. Anybody can participate in. So very, very exciting. Helium, the cryptocurrency. Well, I don't know how much everybody knows about cryptocurrency. Some people cringe when they think about it because maybe they've lost money. I know I lost money, right? I had thousands of Bitcoin a long time ago, and I sold them for $12. Yeah, can you imagine that? This is my revenge this time around. In June of 2020, Helium cryptocurrency was 25 cents. In May, it was $23. It's been bouncing right around $12 to $15, but is expected to go much, much, much higher. So let me show you this little thing because it's going to introduce a product and a tool and a company that we just acquired. Oh, I didn't get started.
You know who owns your wireless network? Most likely, some ginormous big brand tech company with stacks and stacks of moolah. Well, what if you were able to own part of a similar network, which is growing constantly every day? It's called the Internet of Things, or IoT network. Heard of it? It powers billions of all those helpful things like our beautiful smart devices, life-saving medical sensors, security monitors, remote tracking devices, and the list goes on. So now you know you could help power all that and get paid for it in Helium, which is a form of cryptocurrency. You know the digital currency that's super secure because it's kept in an online fortress of solitude called blockchain technology? But you might have known that. And all that happens from this one little device called a Helium hotspot you can get from iHUB Global. All you do is plug it in and start earning or mining Helium automatically, which goes directly into your account. Simple as that. You basically earn money by doing practically nothing, so you can afford to spend more time with who's important to you. Earnings vary based on where you live, and iHUB will show you simple ways to track how much you earn every day. You can also bring in your family and friends to earn more as an affiliate. And they'll earn too while we build the biggest network in the world together. And eventually, your earnings go even higher and higher with our shared hosting plan. Okay, then why iHUB Global, you ask? Because it's free to start. Our mission is growing the network by more of us owning the network. We'll do it together with simple training on the basics. We'll also show you simple earning strategies to grow. By using our proprietary app called Helium Track, you can track your hotspots and run virtual simulations to place free hotspots in the best locations to further expand your network of affiliates and earnings. Who knew owning this network could be so easy? So if you're ready, let's grow together with iHUB Global. Join and request a hotspot for your home or office today for free.
Awesome. So what they introduced was a little company that we acquired called Helium Track, and that has expedited our growth
Do you know
tremendously. So I'm going to
who owns
talk about it and show you everything here in a second. It all started with that little product, right? The Helium hotspot. This is the first version, in fact, the one that I have. You know, we call it an iHUB miner. We call it a Helium hotspot. I call it a passive income generator or a pig. And the pig, name is kind of stuck. So I'm seeing all kinds of pig things floating around. But this is the second generation that you just saw. And it's got our proprietary software on it so that we can pay everybody in the network in Helium, right? It's all collected by us and then distributed by us. And we're just getting into the end of July will be our last bi-weekly commission run. And then in August, we'll go to weekly commission run. But what I love about it is that there's no competition. There's nobody doing what we're doing. You can make money, like it said on that video, for practically doing nothing. And that's what attracted me to the whole thing, right? Make money 24/7, 365 without doing anything, without thinking about anything, without any monthly fees, without any auto ship, without any recruiting. If you don't want to recruit, if you do, you can make a fortune, right? It's not a network marketing company, and it's totally recession proof. You see, these billions of devices are going to continue to go to the internet and do everything. Whether there's a recession, whether there's anything happening, it's going to continue to work all the time. So that's the kind of business that you should be looking for. And what are these Internet of Things? What are these devices? Well, like she said, packages to parking meters to those damn scooters, right? Smart appliances, smart homes, smart pet collars, bike trackers. The list is endless as to all the things. And again, I said there were thousands of companies building hardware and software for the Internet of Things. So it's definitely something that is up and coming. Let me introduce you to a good friend that I introduced to iHUB Global.
Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Tunis, a board-certified ophthalmologist, a fellow of the American College of Surgeons, and I've been in active full-time practice for 36 years. Over that time, I've had a lot of people come to me with different business opportunities, and my response has always been the same: thanks, but no thanks. I'm busy doing what I'm doing already. However, when one of my trusted and loyal patients, who I have known for 20 years and done surgery on, introduced me to iHUB Global and explained to me that I could earn Helium cryptocurrency without purchasing anything simply by hosting a Helium hotspot in my office, I had to investigate the opportunity.
The Helium Network is a community-based wireless network of hotspots that provide a cost-effective and secure way for the low-power smart devices to send data to and from the Internet, or the Internet of Things.
iHUB Global, I in fact discovered that I could host a Helium hotspot in my office at no cost to me without ongoing maintenance, fees, or software licenses, would in fact earn Helium cryptocurrency. Now, as a practicing healthcare professional, I can tell you that no one has ever offered to put an income-producing piece of equipment in my office for anything less than $50,000, let alone for nothing.
Consider the future integration of these rapidly evolving technologies, the expansion of telemedicine, the evolution of smart diagnostic equipment, the increased use of remote patient monitoring devices, the Helium network and its ability to transmit data from smart devices far less expensively than cellular or GPS, a cryptocurrency linked exclusively to the tangible infrastructure of the Helium network, and a passive income stream of Helium cryptocurrency which has appreciated over 4,000% in less than 1 year.
But I must share this opportunity, and the network is even more valuable when it expands. So I looked out my window and realized that my dentist is 2 miles down the street. She has a perfect location for a hotspot, and she'll understand this concept right away. So I had to tell her about it. I thought maybe she'll be interested, and maybe she won't. No sales pressure. But one thing I'm quite sure of, if I don't tell her about it now, in 5 years, she'll be asking me why I didn't. Oh, hi, Stephanie, right?
Hi, Scott, and yes, you're right about that. This is multiple cutting-edge technologies all converging into one perfect storm.
Join iHUB Global as an affiliate for free. Reserve a hotspot at no cost for your address. And join our weekly schedule of Zoom calls to learn about the Helium network, the Internet of Things, and how you can host a free iHUB Global hotspot, which will put Helium cryptocurrency in your wallet.
Thanks for watching.
So that's a little bit of, that Scott was my first guinea pig, right? So what I'm going to show you now is, what I love about the whole hotspot and the Internet of Things is the transparency of everything. All the hotspots are on a blockchain, are on the Helium blockchain. So you can go and look at everyone, any hotspot around the world, and look at what that thing is earning. And our hotspots, and we've done a complete analysis against our hotspots and the others. And I have to tell you that our strategy is working, right? Our hotspots are making a lot more helium because of what we're doing. This happens to be our CEO's hotspot in Vero Beach, Florida. And he was the very first one, just like I was the very first one in my town. And, as of the 12th, and I'll update these numbers, but as of the 12th, the last 30 days, he had earned 124 helium. And I put this as a way of, gauging it, $15, right? It's been higher and lower. That's $1,860 for 30 days of having that thing sit on your windowsill and doing nothing. To date, from the July the 12th, he's earned 1,217, over 18 grand, right? Now you're talking some serious money there. If you were the person that referred, that whole thing, and talked to Rick about hosting one of these, you would in fact have earned, and I got to fix this, double that. It wouldn't have been 1,800, it'd been 3,600 because we've doubled the commission, and I'll show you that in a second. And I'm sure nobody has a problem with doubling commission. It's great to own one machine or a couple of machines and earn helium, but it's even better to earn a small percentage, 5, 10, or 15% off of hundreds and perhaps even thousands of hotspots as we grow this around the world. And that is absolutely positively possible right now. What I want to show you is a very simple plan. It's our affiliate referral plan. And it's how you can create a 6-figure income by just referring 35 people, just 35 people. You use our software to find out whether or not their location will qualify for a free deployment at their location. So number one, it doesn't cost them any money. So that takes out that obstacle, right? So we basically you get paid more money the more people you refer. I know some people could refer 26 people and find 26 people in a month. Some could do it in a week, right? Others would take longer. But, you refer 5 people, you earn 20%. If each one of those machines earned 100 helium a month, pretty average, 100 helium a month, then your 5 would earn 500 helium in a month. They'd earn 6,000 in a year. So this is monthly and this is annually. You get paid more money as you move up. So your referrals in your bronze team are 25%. So again, you would earn that much, right? 1,000 and 12,000. So you'd earn 3,000, and you kind of get the idea of what's going on. You just continue to earn more money. When you get to gold, I put 10 people in there, but you can refer infinitely wide. You can refer and refer and refer, and there's some people that have referred hundreds of people already. But if you just did this, you'd earn 12,000 helium. 12,000 helium times the value. I put $20 in here because it's been higher than $20 and it's going back past $20 shortly. That's 240 grand. I mean, that's crazy money for referring 35 people that have to pay nothing, pay no monthly fees, and earn cryptocurrency for just hosting that hotspot in their home or business. So here's what the experts say. The experts say that helium will be $52 by year end. By next Christmas, it'll be $252. That'll be quite a Christmas. That'll be a great Christmas. By December 2025, over $600. And that will be a fantastic Christmas, right? If these predictions are anywhere close to true, then we're going to create some very, very happy and some very, very wealthy people. So that's our mission. And To help us do all of that is Helium Track, the most impressive piece of software I've ever seen. The intelligence to be able to put in an address and immediately, right, within seconds, get a scoring of whether or not that location meets the criteria to get a free deployment model of a hotspot. And even if it doesn't, there's ways to build it out so that a person can still get a free deployment. We're going to cover more of that on the training tomorrow at 9 p.m. The launch, the complete launch, we launched it in kind of a beta version 2 weeks ago. We're doing the complete launch with everything in place this Saturday, right? The 31st. So you can register for free. Just get to the person that invited you here, get to their website and register for free in iHUB Global, then go in there and register for the upcoming event to launch the whole Helium Track system. It is absolutely amazing. So you'll be able to go in there and send reports, and this is kind of the report part of everything. You get a free mining assessment. So just by becoming an affiliate, we give you kind of the light version, right? The free version with 5 credits so that you can do 5 mining assessments, people your address, and so on and so forth. So the whole launch, like I said, is going to be on the end of the month, but it is an amazing piece of software. The other part that we put together is a way for you to spend your Helium. Everybody always asks, okay, well, if we're going to collect all of this, how are we going to spend it? Well, we're going to spend it by having a real and a virtual pay card, right? A Visa debit card that is acceptable anywhere. You can deposit your Helium in the OG Pay, in your OG Pay account, and then spend it just like cash, and when you spend it, it's instantly converted to cash, and the rest is held in Helium, and you can spend and spend and spend. So you can spend it at Starbucks, you can buy a new car, if you've got enough, you can buy a new jet. I mean, so it doesn't matter. It's going to be there, and it's global, right? Nobody has to worry about opening up wallets and cryptocurrency accounts and going through all the hoops and jumps and everything. We are about to upload our entire database and give everybody an OG Pay account. So just hang on, that's almost done. So, I was just talking, this is what it does, right? They already have 4 cryptocurrencies in their platform, and they're adding Helium. So we're just waiting for them to tell us that Helium has been added, and then we'll be able to put our Helium over there. If you're brand new, I always ask everybody to just go download the Helium application. It's a Helium hotspot app from your app store, and that will give you a Helium wallet. That'll give you an HNT wallet, right? So go through the process of doing that. It's a fun thing to do. So download that app. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock, right here on this very same platform, we'll do a getting started training and go over a lot of things that are relative to the pay run that is going to happen at the end of the month. Our last biweekly pay run in August will go to weekly pay run, and then in September we'll go to a daily pay run. So then you don't want to miss the Thursday night training. That's always a lot of fun. We're doing a live funnel Friday. I call it a fun funnel Friday. Hard to say that. But there's some great videos that you can go and take a look at. And then for other support and tech issues, we've got somebody that you can go ahead and book some time with if you need it. And I'm telling you, if I can do this, being the non-technical person that I am, almost anybody can do that. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for their time. I'm going to turn this over to Michael Stern, my good friend for 30 years out in Scottsdale, Arizona. So I'm going to stop this share and turn it over to him. Michael, how you doing, buddy? You're muted. Your lips are moving, but there's nothing coming out. Okay. Now,
right, yeah,
there we go.
Doing well. I just want to maybe add a little bit more context to what we're doing with the project, Chuck, but you covered so many different issues. I was almost going to just say, hey, let's just go ahead and finish up for the night. But anyway, let me go ahead and just bring up one slide I think that I want to go over real quick.
Okay, awesome.
Hold on, let me just get this set up real quick here. All right.
Well, we got a boatload here. We got over 750 people on.
I know. I've been letting them in.
Yeah, congratulations, everybody.
Myself and all the others helping out in this regard. So just a little bit here about this incredible technology. I mean, we lightly touch on all this, but I want everybody to realize that this was no small undertaking. As Chuck mentioned, these guys at Helium, they started working on this project back in 2013. And that's when they really did a very deep analysis of what was going on in the world of the Internet of Things. We talk about it with the numbers that Chuck shared, 800 billion going to 2.4 trillion. But even back then, they saw that this thing was growing like crazy. And the biggest challenge that they saw in the industry was there just was not a simple way to connect these IoT devices to get their data to the internet. I mean, that's the rub. Chuck, you were talking early on about interfacing with this one guy, asking him if he knew anything about IoT. And he said, oh yeah, I own a vending machine company and all my vending machines are connected to the internet and place their own order to fulfill the restocking of the vending machine. So the person just looks at their iPad and they know what to take to everybody. Well, that was a real eye-opener for me because it gave me a sense of a practical real-world application. I think prior to that, this whole idea of IoT devices and what they actually do and the kinds of things that they help to provide convenience and better applications for was a little bit sort of untangible. And that really kind of brought it home to me. But when these guys did their deep dive, they recognized that the biggest challenge in the whole thing was how you're going to get that data to the internet. Just like that guy with his vending machines, he had to find a way to connect those vending machines to the internet. I'm not sure how he did it. I suspect he did it through a cellular data plan, which meant that every one of those vending machines had to be connected to a cell system, and paying a separate data plan for it is expensive. It was kind of difficult to probably connect. But the guys over at Helium saw that big companies, or a lot of companies that had a lot of IoT, were having to recreate the wheel with each project, setting up new infrastructure for it. So this idea that they came up with was really kind of like, when you think about it, almost, audacious. They, back in 2013, decided that they were going to build a worldwide wireless system specifically for these IoT devices to get their data to the internet. And they decided to do it with the protocol that had been arising within the IoT manufacturers, what they call LoRa radio. We talk a little bit about that. Some people want a little bit more information on it. Well, LoRa just stands for long range. They also call it long-fi. It's about 200 times farther reaching than Wi-Fi. And it does it with a radio frequency, a biologically safe frequency just above FM radio. And the way it works is these IoT devices have a transmitter that first encrypts their IoT data, and then it transmits it over this LoRa radio signal. And then something called a gateway, a LoRa gateway, picks it up, and that gateway is connected to the internet, right? And it passes that encrypted data to the internet, and that's how the data gets there. Well, what they decided to do was build a worldwide peer-to-peer network to allow this to happen. But what does that mean, peer-to-peer? It means that any one of us can increase the size of the network by getting one of these Helium hotspot devices and putting it onto the network and adding additional coverage. And as we do this around the world over the next 3 to 5 years, we'll provide coverage for every city on the planet. That's really the strategy. And then for the next 45 years or so, all of us will be able to participate in generating the residual helium that's created for this whole process to incentivize us for doing this. So in any case, that's the concept. But I want to give people an idea how powerful this whole ecosystem is on it. So you got all these IoT devices. They need to get their data to the internet. They do it by us getting one of these devices. We connect it to our internet. It uses very little of our bandwidth on our internet system. These devices are very secure. They're very private, so we don't have to worry about it affecting anything going on our own internet connection. And then the devices pass that data onto the internet. Now, that's where the people that need that data can pull that data down and use it. And all that's well and good, but here's the beauty of the whole project is that they incentivize us to do it, like Chuck said, by creating their own blockchain and Helium cryptocurrency token that generates these tokens. That's something called proof of coverage that pays us to add a node into this peer-to-peer network. And then these guys that are pulling down the data, they have to buy Helium and convert it into data credits to do it. And this creates a very stable ecosystem of production and consumption, because when helium is converted to a data credit, it burns the token, as they say in cryptocurrency, it removes it from circulation. So eventually you get a very stable production and consumption of the tokens over many decades. This is planned to provide this out there. So for the next 3 to 5 years, we're getting heavily paid to build the network. And then after the next 5-10 years or so, the majority of the helium will be for the actual movement of data. So we're in the right place at the right time. Chuck, you showed that there was almost 100,000 units out there. Just for the US alone, it's going to take about 3 million units to adequately cover all the cities. And imagine what it's going to be for the rest of the world. We're probably talking about tens of millions of units. So we're not at a stage of the game where this is hypothetical. This is a massive implementation with a company that's extremely well capitalized, Helium, to make this happen. And we got involved in iHUB in order to expand the education awareness and facilitation of people adding this to the network. So we are absolutely in the right place at the right time, everyone. The numbers that Chuck was showing you are mind-boggling. To think that you can introduce something and get involved for free and in iHUB affiliate, registering for free, getting access to free deployments, share this with 35 people, and earning the kind of annual residual income that's possible with this. It's crazy. It's almost too good to be true. But the reality is that we are building this network, getting paid to build it, and then it's going to provide so much value for communities all around the world. And that's why we're able to participate in making this happen. So that's basically what I wanted to share, Chuck, and I'll pass it back to you.
Well, Michael, you're exactly right. And, it's, I couldn't have said it better myself, but, it is kind of mind blowing as to where we're at and how the whole thing has grown. So, hey guys, I would just encourage you to get back to the person that thought enough about you to move you in this direction. So get to them, get registered. It's all free. Get your affiliate link when you log into the back office. The friends and people that you care about, I would get them registered for free. Let everybody know what's going on, because this is a movement. I mean, we've got over 70,000 affiliates now. By the end of August, that will certainly be over 100,000 at the rate that we're growing. And by the end of the year, we'll have 500,000. So it's just a matter of time. We've got a lot of hotspots on the way to us. And, it's been kind of a challenge with the semiconductor, the chip shortage that I'm sure everybody is aware of. But, we're going right through it. Like I said, we've already launched thousands of these hotspots, and people are making money, incredible money, as a matter of fact. So, Michael, tomorrow, 9 o'clock, right here, you're going to hear from Michael, and we're going to go through a complete training. And then on Thursday, you definitely want to be part of that Thursday night training call, and then the big event on Saturday. So with that, there's 1,000 seats in this room. We'll probably also broadcast live on YouTube like we did last time. And so if you don't have a seat in the room here, you can catch it on YouTube, and we'll put all that information up for you. So, Michael, thanks for popping in and doing that. And with that, guys, we appreciate the all of your attendance and all of the things that you guys bring to the table, all your contacts and everything else. So we're excited about the future and where everything is going. So with that, you guys have a great rest of the evening, and we'll see you here tomorrow night. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Michael.
Yeah.
Thanks, Autumn. Thanks, John. I know you were on there, John. And you guys will, you probably tomorrow night, you're going to get to hear from Eric. Eric might pop on and do a little preview of the Helium track system. So that'll be great. So with that, good night, everybody.